And flick. Oh.
Since everyone is gearing up for the release of the new Thor Love and Thunder film, there has been many moments of Chris Hemsworth along the way, as he is doing numerous interviews and press tours for the film to get everyone excited, with some reviews saying Thor Love and Thunder is predictably hilarious yet unexpectedly personal and heartfelt. Christian Bale and Natalie Portman's performances truly shine while Waititi delivers an emotional story. I think this may be my favorite Thor movie. But before we get into it, quick Marvel trivia question. Chris Hemsworth had his first appearance in Star Trek, but what television series did he officially start his acting career? The answer is actually in one of our previous films, but stick around to the end of the video to find out what it is. With the return of the new Thor movie, there's high expectations with just how much training and preparation that went into this film. Chris Hemsworth elaborated his interest in continuing playing the role of Thor despite his contract ending with Avengers Endgame in 2019.
Is this going to be your last time playing Thor?
Every time I play Thor, I'm like, this is the last time they'll let me do it. So, I don't know. I mean, we kind of, what?
Keyword, you said let me. You want to. You said let me.
I love it. I love it. I want to come back for more and more until someone kicks me off the stage, you know?
Taika Waititi and Chris Hemsworth have a long history together as they have worked alongside each other in various films like Endgame and Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Was it a love at first sight love story, you two?
I think so.
It was, yeah. I actually, I saw Boy, his beautiful film, many years ago, called my agent and said, can I meet up with him? We then had a coffee, and it was kind of the first time I'd done that. It was like a blind date of sorts. And then I said, sorry, this is a bit awkward. I've never done this before. And he said, I've never done this either.
Yeah.
And then we became mates.
It's incredible to look back at just how long Chris Hemsworth has been playing this character, 10 years so far. Kevin Feige said that finding Hemsworth made the character work, and helped launch the multi-billion-dollar empire that the MCU would become. Chris has stated himself, just to clarify where in the timeline this movie takes place, saying, Endgame left with Thor giving the kingship to Valkyrie on Earth, and Thor was at a pretty emotionally complex place at the time. He was a little out of shape, which represented his emotional complexity. He went off on a journey of self-discovery with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's kind of where we pick up.
Tequila shot.
How does it feel to be back in the MCU, but this time holding the hammer?
Feels pretty good. I always had a little hammer envy. So.
I got plenty of hammer envy as well. It's Captain America, then yourself, it's great. It doesn't feel so expensive. It was really sad. I'm gonna get back to Netflix. All right, here we go.
All right.
I'll draw my dad. How long you got? Be a quick one, honey.
Wait, hold on.
What does that look like?
Hold on. Look.
Show your dad naked?
Yeah.
Well, lucky I haven't finished the bottom half.
About 5 times it just gives up on the story and just sits for like 10, 15 minutes.
The story
of
was
just telling
sacrificed
jokes,
for jokes.
And then, yeah.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page, linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
Thinking they probably won't ever make another one.
Yeah, and then they said, come back and do it again, and we thought,
Uh-oh, no, we used all the ideas up.
We
So
had nothing
how did
left.
that work then? So did you
Well, now we're
guys then
good.
have a meeting of the minds to make
We met up again. And,
No, we just got our penises together.
It was like a Monty Python sketch.
Yeah.
I see when people say the 4-hour cut, I'm like, oh, that's the assembly. People are never going to see it. But it was an actual, so it's a 4-hour actual movie.
Pretty much. I wouldn't call it a movie.
I don't feel like it's more of an assembly. I think you're right. It's more of an assembly.
An assembling of like madness.
So they ship you two
got
as a couple. They ship
Didn't make
you
its way down to Australia and New Zealand.
They put us in a little box.
Don't worry,
seal it up.
you'll
They
get
put
it
some
in like
stamps on it.
10
And they
years.
ship us.
It'd be interesting DVD extras on this one.
Yeah.
But yes, it was brilliant to have Natalie there and to break up some of the the godly testosterone of Thor and Loki.
There was even talks about how they had to adjust the stage to make Natalie Portman appear just a little bit taller than she is compared to Chris Hemsworth.
We did work out together, we all worked out together. She got so buff, it was incredible. And also the thing of, she isn't just buff, but in the film, they make her like 6'3". She's basically...
How do they do that?
Well, movie magic, but also practically they'd have to build these decks for her, basically. So when she would have walking scenes, there'd be like risers that she would be on, and they'd be like, okay, bring in the deck for Natalie.
They usually had some sort of ramp that I would like walk up and land somewhere near his face.
That's true, yeah.
Should we stand up and show it? And I have like very high heels on right now.
I have my Thor heels.
With the approach that Taika Waititi had when writing and directing this film will be something very different than what we can expect from previous films, like Ragnarok and Dark World. He said himself that he wanted to create something new that hasn't been done before with the character. Development for the film was expected to start in late 2020, but was halted for obvious reasons, until it picked up in the beginning of 2021. It has technically been released already on June 23rd in Hollywood. It's always fun to see the behind-the-scenes moments and the interviews where we get to see some hilarious moments between the cast and just the thought process that went into making this film. We even got to see him joke about this film being a rom-com, which would kind of make sense as he did say this film explored Thor finding himself after the events of Avengers Endgame.
They're saying that this movie is more of a rom-com, which would be a first kind of for you, and then also for Marvel. Would you categorize it as that, and can we see you doing more maybe rom-com?
Yeah, it's a intergalactic, wild, wacky space rom-com. We've created a new genre here.
It's also fun to see him in interviews joking around about a secret brother of his and what he names his pecs.
Everyone knows Chris Hemsworth's brothers, Liam and Luke, but he also has a fourth brother named Clemsworth Hemsworth. He plays bass with the Jonas Brothers.
Clemsworth,
he's good.
He's a guy.
Talented guy. Why don't you give me one?
Thor's hammer is named Mjolnir, his belt is named Mugang Yord, and his pecs are named Bert and Ernie.
There you go!
And of course, anyone who interviews him or anyone on the cast has to bring up the famous ending scene we got of him in the trailer.
Raining sweat and tears and cheeks, apparently.
And what?
Cheeks.
Cheeks.
Pretty cheeky. You were pretty cheeky.
Pretty cheeky, yeah, no. Wicked sense of humor, is that what you're referring to?
If that's what you call them.
Yeah. What do they call them over here?
Buns. We call them buns.
You know my cheeks, the backside, yeah.
All in all, the excitement for this film isn't at an all-time high, and many fans are eager to see just what's so different in this film. We don't even have a plot description, but of course that's for the reason of spoilers, but still it would help give fans another way to see what's coming.
You know, when I first started acting 20 years ago and thought about my ideal idea or dream of a career, and this is well and above all of that. Each time it gets more and more exciting, and this was no exception. It was amazing. I remember as a young kid lining up to see Star Wars and different films, and the sort of enthusiasm and passion I had as a fan of sitting in the cinema, and now to be a part of, play any part in it at all, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe is it's amazing.
You know, Thor is, look at that, everyone's screaming for you.
Maybe someone behind me.
Oh, there's someone special behind you over there.
There he is. See, I knew that.
Felt it.
Looking sharp, looking great. Real interesting.
So Chris, what drew you to the film? Like, why would you?
Why are you working with Chris Hemsworth again?
There's a bit of nudity.
A bit cheeky.
It's a little bit cheeky. What
cheeky.
was it like filming that? What does he do to make things comfortable in the room?
He takes his pants off as well.
I do it too, yeah.
You know, the North Star was one day it's all going to come off, and then here we are, built for that moment. And if I ever did another one, I don't know, we can't take anything else off, so
It's true.
it might be just fully clothed the entire film, which would be shocking.
It's true. It's like all downhill after this.
It's all downhill.
And as far as our Marvel trivia, Chris Hemsworth started his career appearing in many television series back in the day. In 2002, he starred in 2 episodes of the fantasy television series Guinevere Jones as King Arthur. But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. Are you excited for the new Thor Love and Thunder film? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.